Bonjour darling! Today I come back to you with quite a late video. I haven't been able to upload for quite some time because I have to be honest, my mental health hasn't been the best. I have been honest about that in all of my videos. My mental health is quite a big thing for me. It's complicated, I struggle a lot, and well, in August my son was with me and I wanted to take care of him and to be with him as much as possible since he lives with his father. And after that, when he went away, it was hard. It was really hard. It hit me right in the heart, and it wasn't easy for me to feel and be all happy, and I didn't want to appear on video in such a state. After that, I started working a bit, and well, things happen. I've decided to come back with an easy video, a fun video, a video about a book I've already talked about on my channel. It's The Cyborg Tinkerer. It's a book written by Meg Latour from iWaterly, and it's a light sci-fi fantasy book, a mix of both, in a steampunk atmosphere. But if you want to know more about it, I will leave my review up in the cards so you can watch it, and all the information about the book will be listed down below in the description box. Let's start the tag. By the way, it was created by Adventures of La Marie. I will leave the original video down there in the description box too, so you can watch it. Question 1. Gwendolyn Grimm, who is the main character of the book. From feisty to sweet and innocent, what is your favorite type of protagonist? My favorite type of protagonist is a smart protagonist, whether they are strong in battle or sweet cinnamon rolls or both or none of that. What I look forward to most about a character is how they use their brains, which is why I love Gwendolyn. And to take an example that's not out of TCT, I would say that Locke Lamora from The Lies of Locke Lamora is a good example of that as well. 2. Bastian Kabir, who is another main character in the book. Not all romances start off on the right foot. What is your favorite romance trope? Enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, etc. My favorite one is friends to lovers. I like a really slow burn, and I like for the characters to learn to know each other before they fall in love, because I think it's more realistic, and also I think it's a way for us to learn more about them as well. 3. Rora Lockwood, who is the third main character of the book and the other side, the last pointy part of the triangle, the last angle of the triangle, the love triangle. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyways, some characters are extremely motivated to accomplish an end goal. What are some of your favorite character motivations? Family, power, safety, career goals, etc. My favorite motivations for characters would be friendship and family, all types of love actually, but they have to be smart about it. And I would say that I also love when a character is selfless, when they do things for others even though they don't know them. That's my jam. 4. Celeste Beckett. Some villains are motivated to do evil for the sake of evil, while others might set themselves as the protagonist of their own tale. What is your favorite type of villain to read? Morally grey, good versus evil, etc. My favorite type of villains, of antagonists, is the kind of antagonists that has motivations that are realistic, that are not just evil, purely evil, even though I love myself a good Dark Lord from time to time, or Dark Lady. I do prefer when you can understand, not always agree with, but at least understand their motivations. For example, Thanos in the Marvel universe has motivation that you can understand even though you don't agree with his ways. That's what I'm saying. 5. Anchorage. In science fiction and fantasy, settings can range from magical forests to space battles to a dystopian near future. What is your favorite setting in science fiction and or fantasy, and why? Since the Cyborg Tinkerer is steampunk, if you have a favorite steampunk setting, give it a shout out too. I don't really have a favorite setting. I would say that I love everything in science fiction and fantasy. I love steampunk, I love hard sci-fi, I love high fantasy, I love low fantasy, urban fantasy, all of the things I love. Maybe, just maybe, my favorite setting would be a Viking-inspired world. Or maybe Celtic? Viking or Celtic? I couldn't say. I love too many things. 6. Cirque du Borge. Come one, come all to the mysterious circus of cyborgs. If you had to choose, what is your favorite book that features a circus or competition? I would say my favorite book that features a competition would be The Savior's Champion by Jenna Moreci. Jenna Moreci is an author-tuber, but I think you know her. I will leave her channel down below just in case you've been living under a rock. Her first book, she has 2 books out now in that world, and I haven't finished to read The Savior's Sister, who is the companion book to The Savior's Champion, but her first book is a dark romance, a dark fantasy romance that happens during a competition to win the hand of the goddess and ruler of Thessan, the world she created. And I love it so much. 7. The Scarlet Dragon. Some obstacles are armies, while others are sharp talons and teeth. What is your favorite kind of obstacle midway through a book before the climax? Facing the henchman, battling a monster, solving a mystery, fighting a battle. It's a mix between solving a mystery and fighting a battle. I love myself some battles, and I also love the smarts, so solving a mystery, or thinking you solve the mystery, or untangling something as the midpoint of the book is something that I love quite a lot. 8. When she falls for both. Love triangles. Some people love them, some people hate them. What is your favorite love triangle you've read in book, or what is your least favorite love triangle you've read? I loved the Cyborg Tinkerer love triangle because it subverts expectations it doesn't follow the usual guidelines of the trope. That's why I love it, because usually I don't mind them, but I'm not especially a fan of love triangles. I can read through them without being like, ugh, but just not my favorite. So, I will also answer to what is my least favorite love triangle I've read. I think it's Twilight. Just because both options for Bella were so unhealthy that I couldn't root for any of the boys. 9. The spaceship Obedient. In science fiction, the ship often acts as its own character, whether sentient or not. I think she meant sentient. Whether sentient or not. An entire world is often a hunk of metal or within the gravitational field in the case of the Cyborg Tinkerer. What is your favorite ship from a story, or what is your favorite form of space travel? I will answer to both. My favorite ship in a story is the Normandy in Mass Effect. First it was a trilogy of games, then a fourth came out titled Mass Effect Andromeda. And the Normandy is one of the ships that the main character, Shepard, owns. I love it. The design is amazing. And my favorite form of space travel is from a series and a movie, Stargate and Stargate SG-1. If you don't know about Stargate, it's about a literal stargate, or a web of stargates that are peppered through space, and if you enter coordinates, you can jump inside a wormhole that is created between both your departure door stargate and your arrival stargate, and you just whoosh through space and travel in seconds. It's so cool. 10. The cyborgs. Not everyone is lucky enough to have been born into a loving family. Sometimes they find that love through others like them. What is your favorite story about finding family, whether it's through long-lost relatives, when a character thought they had none, or adopting people into their family? Found family is my favorite kind of families. I would say that I prefer when friends become so close to each other, love each other so much that they end up considering each other as family. I love myself a little band of mischiefs that call themselves brothers and sisters, even though sometimes it's not to their faces, but you can see it in their actions, and it's just so beautiful. So, those were the 10 questions of the Cyborg Tinkerers tag. I will tag everyone that sees this video and wants to try it. As you saw and heard, you don't have to have read the book to do the tag. It's just questions about your tastes in book, and well, I didn't just answer with book things, but you do whatever you want. Culture is culture, media is media. You do you, boo. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Next video will be, and I swear it will come out soon, about where I'm at in my writing things and what I'm doing reading wise, because stuff is happening. Even though my depression was spiraling, reading happened. So yeah, that's a good thing. If you did love this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video, and I swear it will be more often than what has been lately. You can follow me on social media, all links down below. And as always, au revoir darling!